So I did a video a few weeks ago all about the power of identity shifting when it comes to manifestation. And today I wanted to take that concept a little bit deeper with you guys and share with you 3 different techniques you can use to shift your identity. So if you want to find out what those are, then be sure to keep watching. What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen. I am a spiritual life and business coach, and this is my YouTube channel where I make 2 new videos every week for you guys, all about the art of combining manifestation and mindset together so you can use these tools in the best way possible to create your dreams. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So identity shifting for manifestation seems to be one of the hottest topics lately, and with no real surprise. Of course, we're all looking for ways that we can manifest our dreams using the power of our own minds and our own emotional energy and all of that stuff. So if you missed my video from a few weeks ago, let me just recap what identity shifting is and explain how it works to manifestation before I dive into the techniques I want to share with you today. So really what I'm talking about when I'm talking about identity shifting, what I mean by that is the idea that it is really hard for you to create a new result in your life if your inner identity does not match up to that result. So in many ways, our own identity is one of our biggest limiting beliefs about why we can't have what we want. Because you can think about it all day long, think about all the big shiny objects that you want in this life, but if deep down inside you feel insecure, if you feel unworthy, it is going to be almost impossible for you to create those things. So instead of going after and chasing after the money, instead of chasing after the girl or the guy or whatever it is that you're going after in life and feeling like you're never getting there, why don't we shift our focus and look at what's happening inside and start working on how to build up our identity to feel more worthy of the life that we actually want. And that is really the key behind identity shifting. But there, of course, are a lot of different ways you can go about doing this. So as promised at the top of the video, today I'm going to share with you 3 different techniques to get you started in shifting your identity from who you are right now into the person that you really want to be, and therefore creating the life that you really want to have. Okay, so the first tip I'm going to give you guys today is to connect with your future self. So this is one of my favorite things to do, but we all have access to so much more information and so much more wisdom from ourselves than we really think. So I know when you're feeling stuck, and I know when you're feeling like you're going after something big and you have no idea what to do next or what the steps involved are, it can be really easy to not trust yourself, and it can be really easy to think that you just don't have any knowledge in this area. So why should you trust yourself to figure things out? The way that you can connect with your future self, it doesn't mean that you have to sit down and figure everything out and then give yourself advice. That wouldn't really save you any time in the long run, right? But what connecting with your future self really means is to imagine yourself in that place already, having written the book or opened the company or asked out the person, and just ask that kind of vision that you have inside of yourself for advice for the person you are now. And I know maybe if you're not used to thinking this way, if you're not used to imagining your future, maybe this sounds like a crazy thing, but honestly, I swear that when we are quiet and we ask ourselves for wisdom, we get amazing wisdom from ourselves. And it's like we already know what we need to do. So why wouldn't you want to go and take some notes from your future self? That stuff is all there. It's all free for you to access. And that part of you wants to help you of today get to where they are. So it is just up to you to ask them the right questions and to take notes and then to implement that stuff into your life. So it all starts with asking. And I know, again, this might sound a little bit crazy, but all you need to do is just like close your eyes, meditate, journal on it, think about it. You don't have to go into some big crazy trance or anything like that, but trust me, answers will come, ideas will come to you, and those things are super important for you today to start implementing, to start to shift your identity to where you want to go. The second tip I'm giving you today on how to shift your identity to get what you want is to stop feeding your own limitations. So one of the most interesting things about becoming a life coach is really listening to the people around me, learning how to really listen to the words that they're saying, because those words can be so illuminating. When you hear somebody talk about themselves or about their ideas about the world, you really have a window into their mind. And it is really kind of shocking to me sometimes the way I hear people talk about themselves, because I personally strive now to not put limitations on myself, to try to speak about myself always expansively, with possibility, not with limitations, not with dead ends, not with no, I can never do this, or I can't do that, or I'm too stupid to do this. But those limitations might seem like they're very logical, real things, but these are actually the limiting beliefs that you have about yourself that can really be holding you back from becoming the person that you really want to be. So for example, say you dream about opening your own business and you want to become an entrepreneur and you follow a bunch of entrepreneurs on Instagram, but every time you start to do something that would push you in that direction, you tell yourself something like, I'm just not good at public speaking, or I'm really not good with money, or I'm just not a good CEO. So I want you to catch yourself anytime you have a thought or words of that nature come out of your mouth. I want you to stop and really realize what's happening. Well, what is really happening here is that you are putting a limitation on yourself. You are ending your own journey towards what you really want in life by just saying, this is the way it is. I can never change. I will never be different than who I am. So of course, the key with identity shifting is understanding that you have the capacity to change, that you have the capacity to become this bigger, brighter, shinier version of yourself, but you're never going to explore who that is or become that version of you if you are too busy telling yourself no. So my second tip for you guys, again, is seeing those limitations when you say them, when you speak them, when you hear them, and really adjusting yourself, adjusting your expectations, and adjusting what you think is possible for yourself. It is up to you to open the doors of possibility on your own life. If you cannot do that for yourself, you are going to be stuck in the same place. So if you are serious about changing your circumstances, whether that's in your relationships, your career, your money, whatever it is, you really have to be serious about unlimiting what you think is possible for yourself and to create more avenues for you to explore and to learn and to grow. If you just say that I can't do this, then you're never going to find out if you can. You need to try new things. You need to attempt new things. It's not always going to be easy, but you need to try, and that is how you grow as a person, and that is how you ultimately create different results. Okay, my third and final tip for you guys today on how to shift your identity in order to get what you want. This one is all about looking outside of yourself for inspiration in the world around you. And what I'm really suggesting here is that you find a mentor for you to look up to that represents something that you want. So we look at other people and we learn from them. Like we, at a very simple level, still, model ourselves on what we see in the world around us. Yet there's many of us, that want big things. Like we want to become a millionaire. We want to travel a lot. We want to do these things with our life, but we actually don't know anybody in our personal world that actually represents that kind of person. So there might be part of your brain inside of you telling you that that isn't really possible for you, this girl that grew up in this small town, or whatever the excuse is, right? But what we want to do then is to start to show your brain literal proof that there is possibility. And we can do that by showing your brain other people. So in an ideal world, it would be great if you could find somebody that has all the things that you want and that you could strike up a friendship with them. But I know that that isn't really possible, especially right now during this corona crisis time when we're all staying at home. So what I would really suggest for you to do is to find some people that represent the things that you really want in life and follow them on Instagram. Read their captions, watch their stories, just do what you can to get involved in their energy every single day. And that might seem like a silly thing, or it might seem like you're just fantasizing or something, but again, we need to see possibility sometimes, and sometimes the best way for us to do that is to literally show our brains that there are other people doing the things that we want. So find yourself an example entrepreneur, find yourself an example travel blogger, or whatever it is that you want. and make sure that you are consuming their content as like an energetic homework activity for you to do every day. You get bonus points for this if you can pick somebody that has a backstory that's similar to yours. But sometimes, you know, the life that you want is a little bit different, so maybe you have to find a couple of people to follow, and that's totally cool as well. But just be really intentional with how you're spending your time and energy, and spend part of your social media day energy on looking at these people that are serving to inspire you to actually become someone else. That before and after story, think about that. Think about people that have done things that are amazing. Think about people that came from backgrounds like you. And you know, Instagram is really an amazing place for this, especially with stories. We get invited into people's lives in a way that we never were before. So I would really suggest using this to your advantage and picking out some people for your inspiration and to help you connect with energetically. That will really help you to lock in the idea that changing your identity is absolutely possible. Okay, so that's it for today's video. What did you think? I would love to hear your questions and comments, so go ahead and drop those below if you have any for me. If you want to learn more about me, you can come on over to my website. I have a free course for you guys right now all about how to manifest money, so be sure to come over and sign up for that. Other than that, if you like this video, give it a like. If you want to watch more, you can click my latest uploads right here, and I'll be back in the next one. So until then, have an amazing week. Use that identity to shift to where you want to go. And remember, as always, get ready for the miracle. See you guys.